Hey everyone, Aja here from Panda Monium. That was a crazy weekend with all the fire, and then I had to stay in town and get some errands done. But we made it back home safely, and when we were coming through Williams, they were still doing the controlled burns, and oh my God, it was so smoky there. But I want to show you something else. Now, Bill Williams Mountain is right there, and if you look over here, look how huge that fire is. Now, I'm not sure if it's a controlled burn or a wildfire. I would believe it was a controlled burn because it's all white. Usually it would be black. But the thing about it is that it's just a weird day to be doing a controlled burn. It's pretty windy and you can see the smoke. It just goes from there all the way over. Such bad air quality. Yeah, that's crazy. It looks pretty bad. But like I said, when I was coming through Williams, there's a lot of smoke going on there too with their controlled burns. But I haven't heard anything about a controlled burn near parks. So not sure. I'm sure someone knows. They've been having a lot of controlled burns this season, unlike the one where I was at, where it was arson. That's so unfortunate. I can barely see the San Francisco peaks. That's how smoky it is. We're kind of right on the border here. I hope the smoke stays away. And we are supposed to get some rain or either snow this coming weekend. So that should help. Yeah, it just kind of irritates my throat. It's not good to breathe. And it definitely makes outdoor projects a no-go. You don't want to be out here in the smoke breathing it in. But lucky for me, I have some projects indoors. My rig is completely a mess. So after this weekend, I need to get in there and clean it up. So I'm going to do that. I'm also thinking about redecorating my bedroom. Hey, moo-moo. What you doing, honey, huh? You finding places to chillax? Come on, go over there. Oh, or over there. And I do get the reasoning behind prescribed burns and why they have to do it, but for the people who have to breathe it in, that's just awful. I know there's homes and stuff over there. That's Flagstaff area. Looks like a little bit is heading this way as the wind has shifted towards us. I hope it doesn't get too bad. Right, moo-moo? We don't want no stinking smoke. Ooh, a plane in the sky. And you can see the smoke coming over this way, up there. It's coming from that direction where it's all smoky. Yay! I know when I lived on the East Coast, I hated the hurricane season because every September, it seemed that there was always some kind of hurricane. But here, living on the West Coast, it's the fire danger and the smoke that you have to deal with. There's always something that you hate. Well, enough about the smoke and fire. I had repositioned my rig. Usually my door lines up to this path here. It's a little different. Left me a little walkway here. That's usually where I park my truck. So far, I do like it because it gives me easier access to both paths. This path here leads right into center camp. Now, I had thought to put my rig there, but there's just issues, and I would have to limb up these trees, remove the crystal or move it to a different location, and then make an access here, it's kind of tight. My rig's pretty big and awkward. I don't know, it's still one of my favorite areas, and if I was to put my rig here and build a structure, it would be a little more difficult. Well, just everything in general about this spot is a little more difficult. The only reason I like this spot is because it feels enclosed in and also more wind protection. First got back, I parked over here and then remembered why I don't like to park over here. Plus, I need to clean up some mess that's left over. It's a really great spot and perfect because I could build off of the shipping container, but when I park there and I parked this way, it completely blocks the view like the smoke is doing today. It just erases the view because all you see is my rig when you're on the deck. And that's one thing I like about the deck is the view. My rig would have to stay on this side somewhere, in my opinion. We don't want to block any views, not to mention this part here is really unlevel. So I definitely had to get the tractor out and do some leveling. One good thing about this spot is the gate here, and it's right next to the veggie garden and easy access into the laundry room and also the outdoor shower. So it's either leveling that spot or either cutting back some of these limbs so I could squeeze in here just seems pretty tight. So I don't know. I'd hate to do all that work and it not look right or fit in the space properly. I mean, that space is definitely more open and doable, but that's the point, is that I don't like how open it is, especially on windy days, because I feel it. Kalaga! What you doing, Kalaga? Hmm? Did you have fun while we were gone on the weekend? The best place is Panda's spot because it's right by the laundry and also the outdoor shower, but that would just be so difficult to move. There's no tires on it. I've got it up on blocks and it hasn't been started in a long time. I have mentioned these spots before, but I don't believe I've mentioned what the problems are if I was to move my rig to that spot. So I'll show you the spots real quickly again and tell you exactly what is good and bad. So one more time, good view from my rig, plenty of solar, but it blocks the view and there is wind and it's close to the deck. Very comfy, cozy, wind-blocked area, but it might not be good for solar because of the trees, and also it's tight and I would have to work pretty hard to get it opened up. And it's close to the sitting area and deck, but that might not be a good thing when I'm having events, because then I'm kind of right in the midst of things. Nice open spot with plenty of solar, easy for me to build a structure there, and also easy to get in and out. I can hook my truck up even in the drive, but depending on which way the wind's coming from, that can be an issue. And it's right next to this beautiful seating area. And I've told you about Panda Spot. I had to put the tires back on it and I don't even know if it'll start. But I'll wait and see what your comments are before I get started on any projects or moving my rig. So that'll be for later. But I do want to try to get to it this season if I am going to move it. I just want to see what y'all have to think about it. Now that you have the full spectrum of the conditions and situation in each spot, remember, 1 is the shipping container, 2 is center camp, 3 is my old spot, and 4 is Panda, so comment down below. Before I start on my rig, I'm going to wash some dishes. I have 2 loads to get done, and also 2 loads of clothes. Well, actually, the first load is mostly moo-moo's blankets. Oh, that reminds me, I need to give that dirty girl a bath, but I'll wait till later. So the wind has shifted and I just noticed that the smoke is going the other way, away from us. As you can see above us, there's mainly blue sky, no more smoke. Well, that's weird. I just saw a dragonfly buzzing around, and you usually don't see them here in the desert unless it's around a water source. The closest one I think is kaibab, and I am hoping next season to get a water feature in the garden somewhere, but that will be on garden days. Well, actually there are a few watering holes for the cows, so anyways, I just thought that was neat. All right, let's get to cleaning this beast of burden. All right, dishes washed. I just need to clean up a little bit. The living room's not that bad, actually. Just need to straighten it up. My desk is a mess because I just did my taxes. And no, that's not Goldilocks sleeping in my bed. It's a pile of clothes I haven't put up yet. I've just been sleeping with it. So let's get to it. Ugh. Okay, well, I've got the kitchen and living room clean. I'm really liking how the living room is turning out. I was able to get the bar holders in so they won't fall anymore. And I did add these bright furry yellow pillows in. I don't think I showed that. But the next thing I'm going to do is find a tabletop to replace this. I hate this cheap kind of linoleum top table. I want to get a nice wood table in here. I'm probably gonna try to find a coffee table so it's nice and chunky, and replace it with that. Just take the legs off. Got a pile of stuff to take off to Goodwill. Now in my bedroom, I tried to reuse the curtains that I had in here, and I just had too much pillows. That's why I'm donating those. I couldn't reuse those. I like how the curtains look, but I'm not sure if I like the color, so I might just go ahead and exchange, because it doesn't really go with the cabinets. Now I can always paint the cabinets either white or gray so that they match, but I think an easier thing to do is to actually buy curtains and bedding that have more of an earth tone look. I know gray is considered an earth tone, but it's a cold. I want a warm earth tone. I think it'll blend better with my cabinets and I won't have to paint them. So I really dread painting the cabinets. I mean, I do like the gray and white, but I definitely think I'd like warmer earth tones better. And not to mention, I've had this comforter for going on 5 years now, so it needs to be replaced. It's a bit shabby. I got the spot from moo-moo, still the same. My washing machine is here, TV in the corner. Everything is basically the same. Except my curtains, of course. I put a bar in here. My old curtains went on this track here, and they were brown. Now, I didn't remove them. They're just tucked back there. So if I want more insulation when I have my AC on, the bedroom AC. But I did the same thing with these curtains. I used to have short curtains in here, and I didn't really like them. I like the long curtains definitely better. And then it just covers and gives me more privacy. As the long curtains did, I'd have to have the blinds down to get privacy. The window is tinted, but still, if the light's on, people can see in. And on both curtains, they slide, so I can open them up if I want to. It's exactly like my living room curtains. I went with the long curtains because they had the short curtains in here, which I left out because if I want to block all the stuff, I use the bed or the upper loft for storage. But yeah, I'm just not feeling the white and gray anymore. I think I want to go with sort of a coppery brown like is on the cabinets, and maybe a burgundy in the bedroom. I think that'll be nice and comfy and cozy looking, and much warmer than this cool gray mixed with the white. Actually, this can be my inspiration. This is what I'm talking about right here. I think that'll look good. It has the kind of, well, I want more of a coppery than a tan to match the cabinets and stuff. But yeah, if I can find something, I guess that's what I'll go looking for. Well, anyways, I'm glad to be home, and I'm glad the smoke is going the other direction and kind of clearing up. It doesn't look as bad right now. And I'm glad my rig is finally clean, because it was getting pretty messy in here. It's just, you know, when you travel, you just throw things around. Well, at least I do. I shouldn't say you know, but because not everybody's like that. When I get busy when I'm traveling and trying to do things, and things just go places like my table. It is a catch-all. That's the only thing I don't like about the table. I mean, I like working there, and I like it as my desk, but it is a catch-all. Here's one more overview of my living room. I really do like it. And also one thing I do want to do that I didn't mention, take up the linoleum, and I know that's going to be a chore, and add in wood floors. And also for the ceiling, I want to get those kind of textured tiles to put up. I think that would look really neat. In the kitchen, I want to remove this peel and stick cheap tile and put in something much durable and also a warmer color, because it just doesn't match anymore. But this is usually really easy to peel off. It's already peeling in certain spots, so that shouldn't be too difficult. And think about something to replace this countertop with. The problem is it doesn't go all the way over, so I do love it, and it does match. And I can use it somewhere else, but here I think I want to replace it and just replace the whole countertop. And let me know if you agree with me on the bedroom, the color scheme, if you would go with more warm colors or stick with the cooler colors. Now, don't get me wrong, I do love the cool colors, and I like a bright white. It just is crisp and clean. But the problem is my cabinets, that they don't really go. I don't think that it matches well. So that's why I want to go with warmer colors, because like I said, I don't really feel like painting cabinets like I did in my old rig, because eventually it will start to chip or fade and you have to repaint. Where the wood lasts much longer, you just have to keep it polished and nice and clean. Now my bathroom toilet area, I have thought of actually painting, because there's not many cabinets in here. There's 1, 2, and the lower cabinets makes 3. So I have thought to actually paint these, because that wouldn't be too much of a chore. And it really needs to be remodeled. It looks crappy and messy right now. Forgot I had those items hanging there because I had to find a spot for them. And I did want this in the window since it's crystal. I thought if the light comes in through the window, that would look nice. And I like it there. And this is the spot I found for the dream catcher. I have another piece here a friend gave me a while back ago. It's been a long time. I believe it's Homer that gave me that. And yeah, I like it there. I love dream catchers. I had one in the bathroom, as you saw earlier. And not much has changed at the door besides the dream catcher that I added in. I bought this at the thrift store for just a couple dollars. I think it looks nice there. So I definitely have a lot of projects coming up that I can do. And some of these I can do when I'm on the road, so I don't have to do them here because it's getting time. We have 1 more month here, and I'm going to have to start packing things up and getting things ready for the winter because it will be here before we know it. Well, I want to thank y'all for hanging out with me. Remember, if you want to check out more videos, they'll be right over here. If you haven't subscribed yet, you can hit that button. And if you're on a mobile device or a computer, you can check out Patreon. We'll see you next time. Bye for now. Mwah.